꽃은 달콤해 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 오렌지는 상큼해 상큼해 상큼해.
Everyone, I am Miss Manunday and this is the continuation of Miss Habili's report. So we have researches on microbial genes. Microbial genetics is a subject area within microbiology and genetic engineering. So when we say microbiology, it is a study of microscopic organisms such as bacteria, viruses, archaea, fungi, and protozoa. There are two types of genetics. These are genotype and phenotype. Genotype refers to the genetic code of the individuals, and phenotype is expression of the genotype that is visible to the other people and can be observed. The microorganisms that are observed are bacteria and archaea. Some fungi and protozoa are also subjects used to study in this field. One of microscopic organisms in microbial genes is bacteria. So bacteria are small single-celled organisms, are found almost everywhere on Earth and are vital to the planet's ecosystems. Some species can live under extreme conditions of temperature and pressure. The human body is full of bacteria and in fact is estimated to contain more bacterial cells than human cells. So there are four types of bacteria. These are Coccosporiform, Bacillosform, Spiraliform, and Vibriiform bacteria. So first is the Coccosporiform. These are spherical bacteria. Streptococcus pneumoniae, the bacterium that causes pneumonia in human beings, is a coccus bacterium. Coccus bacteria are non-motile, non-pathogenic cocci that occur most in clusters. These can be found in the mouth and upper respiratory tracts of human beings. Bacillosform. These are rod-shaped bacteria. They occur singly as well as in long chains. Bacillus bacteria can be found in soil and water. And also, Bacillus bacteria can cause food poisoning to human beings. Spiraliform. These are spiral-shaped bacteria that occur singly. Spirella bacteria can be found in stagnant fresh water rich in organic matter, and it can cause infection generally spread in contaminated water or foods such as uncooked seafoods or vegetables. Vibriiform. These are comma-shaped bacteria. Vibrio cholerae, which causes cholera, is one such bacterium. Vibriiform are found in fish and shellfish living in salt water and in rivers and streams where fresh water meets salt water. And it can cause infection by eating raw food and undercooked oysters or other shellfish. And also archaea is one of the observed microscopic organisms from microbial genes. So archaea is the constitute a domain of single-celled organisms. These microorganisms lack cell nuclei and are therefore prokaryotes. There are four types of archaea. These are Crenarchaeota, Euryarchaeota, Thaumarchaeota, and last is Nanoarchaeota. First is the Crenarchaeota, are archaea which exists in a broad range of habitats. They are tolerant to extreme heat or high temperatures. They have special proteins that help them to function at temperatures as high as 230 degrees Celsius. Euryarchaeota. These can survive under extremely alkaline conditions and have the ability to produce methane, unlike any other living being on Earth. These include methanogens and halophils. Thaumarchaeota. These include archaea that oxidize ammonia. Nanoarchaeota. This is an obligate symbiont of archaea belonging to the genus Ignicoccus. C. The release of genetically engineered organisms. Biosafety and ecological implications. Biosafety is the prevention of large-scale loss of biological integrity, focusing both on ecology and human health. Ecological implications is the effect left on organisms and their environment due to actions made by humans and natural occurrences. Potential ecological. From the word ecological or ecology, it is the study of how organisms interact with one another and with their physical environment. Examples of ecology: plants, fungus, animals, protists, and bacteria. These differences in nature driven in interaction among living organisms as well as between organisms and physical environments. Regulatory policies. Regulatory policy provides the frameworks used by agencies when developing rulemakings. It sets forth the guidelines for developing, promulgating, implementing, and enforcing this complex system of public protections. Three types of regulation policies: economic regulation, regulation in public interest, and environmental regulation. Economic regulation. It is the application of law by government of independent administrative agencies for various purposes including remedying market failure, protecting the environment, centrally planning on economy, enriching well-connected firms, or benefiting politicians. So from the word economic it is a study of scarcity and its implications for the use of resources, production of goods and services, growth of production and welfare over time, and a great variety of other complex issues of vital concern to society. Example of economic regulations. In most countries, regulation controls the sale and consumption of alcohol and prescription drugs, as well as the food business, provision of personal and residential care, public transport, construction, film, TV, and etc. Regulation in the public interest is an interactive system through which public problems are identified and countered by creating new public policy or by reforming existing public policy. Example of public policy. Other scholars define public policy as a system of courses of action, regulatory measures, laws, and funding priorities concerning a given topic promulgated by a governmental entity or its representatives. Environmental regulations aims principles of a business in relation to managing the environmental effects and the aspects of its operations. Example of environmental policy. Federal laws put in place to protect our air, water, and land include the Clean Air Act, the Clean Water Act, and the Toxic Substances Control Act. And that's all for today. Thank you.